Last week, Afghan President Hamid Karzai has berated the United States for interfering. He also reportedly threatened to join the Taliban, although his spokesman is now denying that. The Obama administration is becoming increasingly frustrated. Here's Press Secretary Robert Gibbs on the subject.
I would say that the remarks he's made, I can't imagine that anybody in this country found them anything other than troubling.
Gibbs also hinted that the White House may consider canceling Karzai's scheduled May 12th visit to Washington. Joining me now is Jon Soltz, an Iraq war veteran and chairman of VoteVets.org. John, is it important from a soldier's standpoint for Hamid Karzai to be crystal clear on where he stands with the United States? What do you think?
It's absolutely important in this situation. When the president made the decision to send 30, 40,000 more troops into Afghanistan, it can only be successful with a partner in that counterinsurgency operation, and that here is Hamid Karzai, and it's why organizations like ours did not endorse the president's plan. And to be honest, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy right now for the administration on this issue, just because there were people inside the administration, like the vice president, who tried to explain to them, look, you can put the troops in there, they're going to quell violence, but that's 100% chance that will be successful at 25% of the operation, and they didn't look at the full spectrum of the picture, and Hamid Karzai is one of those.
You think Karzai's telling the truth, and he's made some moves in his administration? He fired Afghanistan's top 2 election officials, and of course they're recanting the statement. What do you think?
I mean, telling the truth, not telling the truth. I mean, there's all kinds of reports out there all over the place right now about Hamid Karzai. If you're a guy who's in Helmand province right now, and you're fighting for your life, and you're fighting to secure a piece of terrain, do you have confidence in the interagency process of our federal government to come in there and help do the humanitarian role? Do you really have confidence that you're not fighting against the perception that this guy's corrupt to the Afghan people in a society that's basically has the technology that we had almost a century or 2 ago? So it's very complicated, and the troops deserve better than that. There's no question. They deserve better than Hamid Karzai's statements.
And quickly, your organization has taken a poll and polled a lot of veterans on what this is all about. Quickly, it's about oil, okay? 73% favor, 22% are opposed among Iraq-Afghan war veterans when it comes to supporting clean energy legislation. This is quite a statement, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, 40% of that poll was Republican, 20% was Democrat. And as we look at the legislation that we're going to see come out of the Senate, where you have Lindsey Graham and John Kerry and Joe Lieberman all together as the sponsors of the climate legislation, and there's a reason why the military is so against it. I mean, basically, we're keeping the value of oil up on the open market, and you've got states like Iran who then are earning money off of our demand and then passing that to terrorist organizations that we end up fighting across the Middle East. So there's overwhelming support in the veterans community for lowering our dependence on foreign oil.
John, good to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Tonight, our text